Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about all of the Trump news. And there's a lot. And we're just going to kind of run through all of it in one video. We will talk about Meadows. We will talk about Chesebro. We will talk about speed and dates. We will talk about how there are already some divisions occurring within those involved in the Georgia case. All of this news will be related to the case in Georgia. Okay, to start off with the big news. Today, Trump, former president of the United States, is expected to be booked. At time of filming, that has not occurred, but he is reportedly en route. Once that happens, the expectation is that his mugshot and everything will be released, and shortly thereafter, it will be photoshopped and all over social media. Okay. Meadows, if you remember the last time we talked about him, he was saying, I shouldn't have to surrender. I'm going to have this removed to federal court. The judge was like, no, we're not going to impede the DA on that. And the DA was like, look, if you're not here by noon on Friday, we're putting you in the system, which would lead to him being picked up. And ignoring a voluntary surrender is the sort of thing that might impede pretrial release. Meadows has surrendered. Trump has replaced his Georgia attorney with somebody else. Not really a huge surprise given Trump's habit of alternating attorneys. The big news that is realistically, it's more important than the mugshot, which is what everybody's focused on. One of the co-defendants, Kenneth Chesebro, filed for speedy trial. Okay, demanded the right to speedy trial. This was seen as kind of like, you're not ready to go to court to the DA. And the expectation was that this was his way of establishing that and maybe even like throwing a wrench into the whole thing. So the DA has asked for a trial date of October 23rd of this year. The previous request was for March 4th of next year. So basically, he was like, I want my right to speedy trial. And she was like, bet. Okay. That is not going to be something that most of the defendants on this case are going to be happy about. Most of them are probably going to want to delay as long as possible. This move also undercuts the idea that it's going to take a whole lot of time to be prepared from the defense side to go to trial. Trump himself has already opposed this and filed a motion to sever. What this would mean is that Chesebro would go alone to court rather than be tried with everybody else if that motion was successful. That would not necessarily be great for Chesebro. It makes it easier for the prosecution if that occurs. So my guess, and this is a guess, and just kind of speculating here, I have a feeling that he is going to re-examine how important a speedy trial is to him. He may decide that that isn't the route he wants to go now that it has become incredibly apparent that the DA is ready to try the case. It is worth remembering that in this case, it is not like a lot of normal criminal cases. They spent a long time investigating. They wanted to make sure that they had everything ready before they proceeded. So a lot of the normal tactics that are used in criminal cases, they're not going to work here. they're going to need a new playbook. A lot of the normal moves are not going to be incredibly effective in this case because they were prepared before the indictment. I would be willing to say that they were ready to go to trial prior to anybody being indicted. So a lot of the procedural moves have probably already been kind of gamed out, and they may even already have their general idea as to how they are going to respond to various filings coming down. They certainly appear to be very prepared for this. Again, the request for that date is October 23rd. Trump is not going to want to do that. He'll fight in tooth and nail over that one. But I feel as though it may become an unnecessary fight. I feel like Chesebro may, again, he might re-examine his position on this, and the trial date would move back. But given the fact that the filing was made, it certainly undercuts any attempt to have the trial moved back to, 2028 or whatever. So that's the news as it stands today. My expectation is that the booking will just be very routine. So I doubt there will be an additional video about that. I feel like that's just going to move very smoothly. But now that I said that, of course, it'll go sideways. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.